Hey guys, Omni here. So we just got an official teaser trailer for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie a few hours ago, and I'm a little late getting to this because it dropped in the middle of my recording for my Jedi Survivor playthrough, and then I didn't check any of my socials, didn't check any of my feeds or anything like that, and went just straight to the gym. So I'm a little bit of a mess right now because I saw it once I got there. I was like, hey, damn it. I might as well just go ahead and finish this, and then I'll go ahead and do this when I get back. I figure this is going to be a big deal because this is like an entire generation's like horror genre just encapsulated in one franchise. I personally have never played a single Five Nights at Freddy's game. I follow a lot of streamers that have dabbled within it. I know the iconography. I know a lot of what the primary animatronics look like. I know the premise. You know, you're a security guard, you kind of watch the cameras, you try to kind of keep them from getting to you and making it through the night. You know, I know the gist of it. I don't know the ins and outs of the deeper lore. If this is a solid adaptation, I would love to get kind of let this be my gateway into it. And who knows, this could be something that maybe even provokes me to play the games for myself. One of the things that does kind of attract me to this in a way, similarly to like the Banana Splits movie, which kind of is in this vein, but I grew up with the Banana Splits, so that was also a fun little romp. And if you haven't seen that, go check that out. It's kind of a similar premise, but based off an actual old TV show that they turned into a horror franchise, or not franchise, it was a singular film. But also, I very much so, growing up around here, we had a place called Billy Bob's, which was a rockabilly offshoot that had just a whole similar slew of animatronic characters, man. So like this is very like in my wheelhouse to be something that would be really right on my alley. So I'm definitely excited to check this out. And with all that down the way, guys, let's go ahead and check it out here. Now, one of the only other things I know about the film itself is that I believe Matthew Lillard has been cast in a primary role. What that role is, I really don't know. So let's, I guess we'll just have to figure that out together. So let's go ahead and dive in.
Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, where fantasy and fun come to life. Hit it, guys.
I love the... Okay, they got the look down.
It means you've been selected
like that old school like training tape video. Oh, Josh Hutcherson?
Hello?
That's PETA, right? Yeah.
We're going to have so much fun together.
What the hell? There's Matthew. Well, October 27th. Hell yeah, that's gonna be a great little Halloween. This movie's gotta pop off, I have to imagine. Right out of the gate, they made sure to hone in on all of the iconic things you would recognize from the game, even for like a layman like myself. You know, we got the cast and crew, like the animatronics, we got quick glimpses of them. We have our security guard coming in, we got the security cameras, we got the little tasks and things he's kind of going through, and then just a whole lot of other stuff going on. I don't know how you flesh it out into a whole film, just the way I've seen the game played. Now, I don't know. I don't know what lore they're going to dive into. I don't know how they're going to expand upon it and bring it to life outside of just the can he survive the night? Because we see flashes of these children. We obviously see this character played by Matthew Lillard. We see a couple other people throughout. I don't know, it seems like there's this whole little other thing that's kind of being built up in the background as well. I'm very interested. I'm very curious because this has always been a game, just like by watching the gameplay, it never really looked like it as far as the gameplay goes itself. Don't come at me. But like just watching the gameplay, it never really seemed like anything that I'd be that interested in. But it's this thing that is like so huge above and beyond itself at this point that I've always been really curious about what that hook is. But the game itself never really seemed like it was that kind of way in for me, if that makes sense. So I'm excited. I just don't know what to expect outside of the animatronics kind of hunting our lead in this. I don't know how stationary is going to be. I don't know if there's going to be this free roaming like stalker kind of like Outlast element brought into it as well, because again, you gotta bridge this gap. I don't expect them to do like a security room. You're sitting there in the chair and the entire movie is like locked into that perspective. So I'm very curious to see how they merge this into like the film genre and transition that into a whole other medium. But it looks visually what I would expect. From what I can tell of the animatronics, they look just like the characters I've seen cosplayed, that I've seen in images across the internet. It looks pretty solid. And I like the vibe of the trailer, the overlaying of the children laughing, the VHS training tape. That's like, hey, welcome to here. Here's how you do your job, blah, 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 having all the fun. And you're just gonna duck. I know that we've had a lot of like Five Nights at Freddy's likes, and even like I kind of mentioned earlier on, like the Banana Splits movie is kind of like in that vein, but it takes it in a kind of very different direction because it is inspired by a TV show, and they kind of play with that. And then we've had like Willy's Wonderland, which was its own kind of mixed bag, but it had Nicolas Cage, and for me that wasn't enough to save it. But if you definitely want your like Five Nights fix in the meantime before this comes out, I highly recommend that Banana Splits movie. It was a lot of fun, and I think it was a much more entertaining movie than Willy's Wonderland in my opinion. But that's me. I'm excited to check this out. Who knows? I don't know if I'll go see this in theater. Maybe I'll hang around and do it for a reaction on the channel. Maybe that would be fun to do as like a little bit of an experiment. But I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you all think? Are you big fans of this game? Have you played this franchise? Have you not? If you haven't, does this interest you at all? I'm very curious to see what the full trailer looks like. But it's got a cast and crew behind it that that does intrigue me more than just my vague interest in the game and its lore and just this iconic like staple of modern horror gaming that I've just not really dabbled in. So that all said, what do you guys think? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed this reaction. I hope you enjoyed my thoughts and my ramblings. If you did, I'd really appreciate it if you leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends, Manny Share, Ryan, Karen, Philly Vane, Yori Korscott, Margaret Grace, Melito, Robert Anguiano, Jeffrey Hale, M. Sephiroth, Jake and Trell, and Tiff. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. But that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.